Welcome back to another episode of Teachers in Transition, the podcast and the YouTube channel. My name is Kitty Boitnott. I am the owner of Boitnott Coaching, LLC, and the founder of Teachers in Transition. I talk about career transition and stress management on alternating weeks because I am a trained and experienced heart-centered career transition and job search coach, and I am also a certified stress management coach. This week, the topic is career search or job transfer, career search, whatever you want to call it, career transition, whatever you want to refer to it as. And I want to speak to those of you who may be out there listening to this because you're right on the cusp of making a decision about whether or not you want to go back to the classroom next year. And you're hanging back because you don't know how to start a job search. You don't know what you're qualified to do. You don't have any idea what it would entail or how much it might cost. And so you're stuck. You're stuck sitting there on the fence, not moving forward, but not really wanting to move back either because you're pretty fed up with what's going on in your current situation. That's the case, or you wouldn't be listening to this podcast, I suspect. So I want to suggest to you that as you are sitting there on the fence trying to decide what to do, that even if you commit to starting a job search, if it makes you feel any less uncertain, less safe, consider that you don't have to act on anything that you find once you have launched a job search. All you're doing is exploring. It's an exploratory venture. It's taking a look at what might be out there without making any commitment to anything. You don't have to quit your job today. You don't have to assert your intention to leave today. In fact, my best advice is if the date comes up for you to be offering your letter of intent for next year, you go ahead and sign it, just like you're planning to come back. Because you really don't want to quit your current job until you have a new job at hand. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who are quitting left and right, and they're not looking back. They just know they can't do it anymore, and so they're done and they're gone. And that's fine. I get it. But I have mentioned that the cliche about being easier to find a job when you already have a job is a cliche because it's mostly true. So if you've already quit, don't panic. It just means you need to up your game and really commit yourself to your job search in a specific way. But if you are sitting there on the fence trying to decide, do I try to find something new? Do I take that risk? What happens if I do find something that I might like? What happens if I don't find something that I might like? There's no way to answer any of your questions until you at least take a look, that you're at least willing to explore. And there are some resources out there to help you to explore where you can fit yourself in professionally and other types of jobs and other types of careers. So play in the field of possibilities. That's what I tell my clients all the time. And don't commit yourself too quickly to any one particular career path that sounds intriguing while you don't know exactly what it entails or exactly what kind of skills you would need to have to embark on that particular career. You don't want to be impulsive. You don't want to act out of sheer emotion. You want to be intentional. You want to be smart. And to start, you take an exploratory attitude You're going to just check to see what's out there and decide if there's anything that is of interest to you. Maybe there won't be. And so maybe that means you need to stay in teaching, but you need to find a different situation, a different school, a different district, a different subject matter, something that will change up what's going on with you in your current situation. So that's one thing that I want to suggest to you, that you take that exploratory attitude and play in the field of possibilities. The other thing I want you to take a look at, though, is what is it exactly that's holding you back from taking that first step? I suspect it's fear of the unknown, and that is normal, and it is to be expected, and it's okay. It's okay to be considerate of what it is that you don't know about something. Again, I'm not suggesting that you leap headfirst into anything impulsively, but I would urge you to think in terms of, are the fears that are holding you back really logical? Or should you consider that they are phantoms, if you will, shadows of fear from maybe a venture you tried in the past that didn't work out so well? So I'm urging you not to let your past mistakes or past misadventures to necessarily guide you in this particular instance. And to have the courage to, again, explore the field of possibilities. It doesn't have to cost you a cent to Google a list of jobs that teachers have transitioned to, and then Google what those jobs entail. Go to onetonline.org for free listings of all kinds of jobs and occupations that offer the kind of training you need, the kind of knowledge, the kind of skills, the kind of background, the kind of education, what's the median salary. All of that is on onetonline.org. So check that out. And consider that as a teacher, you have many transferable skills, many of them that you're not even aware of because they are so much a part of you that you haven't figured out what it is that makes you different and unique from other candidates who might be out there looking for a job. But as teachers, you definitely have transferable skills. So that would be another thing you might want to take a look at, isolate and make a list of what do you believe are your transferable skills. And then you'll want to learn how to translate those skills into the language of the business or nonprofit that you are interested in working for. They aren't going to bother to learn your language, so you're going to have to learn to translate what you do into their language. So those are just some tips. What's holding you back, what's keeping you from playing in the field of possibilities. Take a look, just an exploratory look at the things that might be out there. You don't have to start a job search right away to be exploring possibilities. And make a list of all the things that you know you can do and that you can do well, that you've learned as a teacher over the course of your career. And once you've done some of that work, you may feel more comfortable moving on into the next step. And I'll talk about that the next time I talk about career transition and job search strategies in 2 weeks. So that's it for today. Take care, stay well, be safe, and I will see you again next week.